Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another guide on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now this time we're going over another massive damage dealing build, but this time it's going to be more focused on how much damage you can do quickly instead of big hits, and it's also going to be very focused around poison and critical hits. Now, if we look at the armor that I am wearing a two-piece Fane's cloak so that we get an increased critical chance when parrying, and then we are wearing a three-piece Mentor set which increases the attack after a critical hit. Now, this one is up to you. You can either use the Spartan bow or the Viper bow, as the Viper bow is a bow that you get in-game, and as you can see it increases the critical chance after each hit up to 10 times. But the Spartan bow is, you can get it with the credits from doing achievements on the Ubisoft store, and this one is temporarily increases critical chance after a dodge, which, you know, can help massively, especially with this build. Now, I don't have the best runes, and I will be honest about that, and I haven't upgraded things very much. As you can see, that's 4, that's 2, that's hard, you know, they're not upgraded to maximum. So because the last build I did, people saying that it wasn't that good, it was a bit too slow and whatever, it didn't do that much damage. Well, I'm showing the potential, and I'm showing that obviously if you put tons and tons of effort into it, it will be a really good build. It just depends what way you want to go. This is just the basics of the build, and obviously you can add and change whatever you want. For example, I am using a spear and a Dane axe. This is honestly one of my favourite combinations. Some people say it's a bit too slow, but I actually really like it, and I do find it's fast enough for me. But if you want to go for something fast, you can have 2 daggers, and then I recommend Stut, Inger's Claw, and Huntoff. But again, that has downsides. You know, you don't really want to get too close to the enemy, so I find using a spear and an axe very, very useful. Now, the skills are really important for this, is that you want to get Miasma, which is enemies who die from one of your toxic poisoning attacks will release a toxic cloud around them, infecting those who enter. That is very, very important. Another thing that you want to get is heavy dual wield. This is only if you're going for the same sort of thing I'm doing, which you could do 2 spears, which some people really like. You could do 2 spears or a spear and an axe like me, or honestly you can do whatever you like. Other things that are very, very important is last chance healing, which obviously if you're dodging and you get caught, this will give you a chance to heal yourself and recover from certain death. Again, with crit, very nice for sneaking around an enemy to hit them to regain some of the health lost. And I think that is all the skills as I can think of right now. That will be really useful. Now, abilities, one of them is really important, which is Poison Strike. Obviously, as soon as you use this, all of them have it, and if they die, it spreads more clouds, and the whole point of this is to use as much poison as possible and keep them infected. Another thing that I do recommend is there is very good shields, such as the Morrigan's Guard. I don't have a guide on how to get this, but look at that, chance of a poison cloud on parry, which again goes very well with the whole, you know, the poison theme and keeping everyone infected. Now, if you're struggling with your health, I recommend the Britain Shield, which restores some health on parry, which is actually really good, and I have used it a couple of times, but I overall just prefer using my rations and dodging while I have my 2 weapons. So yeah, okay, so that is everything that I've gone over. If we look at both of the weapons I'm choosing to use, the Lagertha's Axe, which is increased critical damage when surrounded by more than 3 enemies, and Fafnir's Fang, which is increased critical chance when surrounded by more than 3 enemies. So they're both the same. So I'm going to quickly show you the damage that you can do with this, and it can be quite good. Now, another thing you might want to do actually is, I know the light bow isn't very good, and the more I've been playing around with the hunter bows, the more I find they are very overpowered, and I will be doing a guide on a hunter bow type of thing soon. But I'm only using the Spartan bow for the temporary increases the critical chance after a dodge, but if you want to go for damage and just forget that, honestly, go for a hunter bow. I highly recommend it.
Come on then!
Let's just get these people up here, they're a bit annoying. Also, I have a rune that on my last heavy attack finisher, I have a chance of causing poison. I ran out of stamina again, that's my fault. But as you can see, I'm keeping everyone infected. And the damage is actually quite good.
Get round the side.
As you can see, especially with the light attacks, I honestly find a spear and an axe doing light attacks is actually really good. And especially if you combine one of the abilities, which is, where is it? Yeah, the kick of Tyr. Honestly, it is crazy and it's so useful. For demonstration, look at that. And then go for a stomp. So good. So good, honestly. Especially combining it with the poison, keeping everyone poisoned. So now the big guy's going to get poisoned because he's right next to it. I'm just going to completely ignore him and go for this guy. Oh god. Again, this works extremely well with the big guys too. Look at that. 7 myself on fire, as always. And there we go. But as you can see, I did that fairly effortlessly. I know that I used rations once, but again, I'm talking, I'm struggling to focus. And if you even compare what I'm doing, and I haven't actually upgraded my gear very much, or got more runes to do poison and damage and crit, which I know I can get a lot more of, it's actually very powerful just the way it is. So if I had the correct runes and I increased everything by upgrading it all the way to the right, this would be a crazy good build and I highly recommend it. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to stay tuned for the good bow guide coming soon. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and when you subscribe, don't forget to click that notification bell so you know when I upload. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.